Slide 2. Recap. Shared value creation is a business strategy that seeks to create economic value while simultaneously addressing social and environmental challenges. The concept of shared value creation is often contrasted with traditional corporate social responsibility (CSR) approaches, which focus on philanthropy and social and environmental initiatives that may be seen as separate from a company's core business operations. Shared value creation seeks to integrate social and environmental considerations into a company's core business strategy, with the belief that doing so can create new business opportunities and competitive advantages. Companies that embrace shared value creation seek to identify ways to create economic value by addressing social and environmental challenges, rather than seeing these issues as obstacles or externalities to be managed. One example of a company that has embraced shared value creation is Nestlé, the Swiss food and beverage company. Nestlé has identified a number of opportunities to create shared value, such as by developing products that promote health and wellness or by implementing sustainable sourcing practices for its raw materials. These initiatives have not only helped Nestlé create new business opportunities, but also to reduce its environmental impact and address social challenges such as malnutrition. Another example is Novartis, the Swiss pharmaceutical company. Novartis has developed a number of initiatives to create shared value, such as by providing access to medicines in underserved communities or by developing new products to address unmet medical needs. These initiatives have helped Novartis to create new business opportunities, while also addressing critical social and environmental challenges. Thus, shared value creation represents an innovative and disruptive approach to business that seeks to integrate social and environmental considerations into core business strategy. Companies like Nestlé and Novartis demonstrate the potential for shared value creation to create new business opportunities, while simultaneously addressing social and environmental challenges. Slide 3 Session 7 topic today includes telling the stories, measuring, reporting. Slide 4. What is measuring and reporting with regards to business, society, and environment talking about? Answer. Measuring and reporting in the context of business, society, and the environment refers to the process of assessing a company's social and environmental impacts and communicating these impacts to stakeholders through various reporting mechanisms. Measuring and reporting are essential components of corporate social responsibility, CSR, and sustainability efforts, as they allow companies to understand their social and environmental impacts, identify areas for improvement, and communicate their performance to stakeholders. Measuring and reporting can take many different forms, from traditional financial reporting to more specialized sustainability reporting frameworks such as the Global Reporting Initiative, GRI, or the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board, SASB. These frameworks provide guidance on how companies should measure and report their sustainability performance, including their social and environmental impacts. One example of a company that has developed a robust system for measuring and reporting its sustainability performance is the Canadian telecommunications company TELUS. TELUS has developed a comprehensive sustainability strategy that includes targets for reducing its environmental impact and improving its social performance. The company measures and reports its sustainability performance using the GRI framework and has received numerous awards and recognitions for its sustainability reporting. Another example is Intel, the American semiconductor company. Intel has developed a sophisticated system for measuring and reporting its sustainability performance, which includes a range of environmental and social metrics, such as greenhouse gas emissions, energy consumption, water use, and diversity and inclusion. Intel reports its sustainability performance using the GRI framework and has been recognized as a leader in sustainability reporting. Therefore, measuring and reporting in the context of business, society, and the environment is a critical component of corporate social responsibility and sustainability efforts. Companies like Thales and Intel demonstrate the importance of measuring and reporting sustainability performance using recognized frameworks such as the GRI to improve their social and environmental impact and communicate their performance to stakeholders. Slide 5. What is triple bottom line reporting, financial, social and environmental, with regards to business, society and environment, talking about? Triple bottom line reporting is a framework that incorporates financial, social, and environmental considerations into a company's reporting and decision-making processes. The triple bottom line approach recognizes that a company's performance should not be measured solely on its financial success, but also on its social and environmental impact. This approach is often used in the context of corporate social responsibility, CSR, and sustainability efforts. Triple bottom line reporting requires companies to measure and report their financial, social, and environmental performance, and to integrate this information into their decision-making processes. This approach recognizes that a company's social and environmental impacts can have a significant influence on its long-term financial success and that companies have a responsibility to manage these impacts in a sustainable way. One example of a company that has embraced the triple bottom line approach is Interface, the American modular carpet manufacturer. Interface has developed a comprehensive sustainability strategy that includes ambitious targets for reducing its environmental impact and improving its social performance. The company measures and reports its sustainability performance using the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board (SASB) framework, which incorporates financial, social, and environmental considerations. Interface's commitment to sustainability has not only helped the company reduce its environmental impact but has also helped it to create new business opportunities and enhance its reputation. Another example is the Brazilian cosmetics company Natura & Company. Natura & Co has a strong commitment to sustainability and has developed a comprehensive sustainability strategy that incorporates financial, social, and environmental considerations. The company measures and reports its sustainability performance using the GRI framework and has been recognized as a leader in sustainability reporting. Natura & Co.'s commitment to sustainability has helped the company to build a strong brand and attract socially and environmentally conscious consumers. In brief, triple bottom line reporting is a framework that incorporates financial, social, and environmental considerations into a company's reporting and decision-making processes. Companies like Interface and Natura & Co. demonstrate the importance of the triple bottom line approach in managing social and environmental impacts and building sustainable business models. Slide 6. A company collecting data for business, society, and environment, measuring and reporting. What data should be collected? Who should collect it? How is the data used and reported? When it comes to collecting data for measuring and reporting on business, society, and environment, there are a few key areas that companies should focus on. These include environmental impact. Companies should collect data on their greenhouse gas emissions, water usage, waste generation, and other environmental impacts. This data can help companies identify areas where they can reduce their environmental footprint and develop more sustainable business practices. Social impact. Companies should also collect data on their social impact, including employee diversity, community engagement, and human rights issues. This data can help companies identify areas where they can improve their social performance and strengthen their relationships with stakeholders. Financial performance. Companies should also collect data on their financial performance, including revenue, profits, and return on investment. This data can help companies identify areas where they can improve their financial performance and make more informed business decisions. In terms of who should collect the data, it can vary depending on the size and structure of the company. Some companies may have dedicated sustainability or CSR teams that are responsible for collecting and reporting on this data. Others may integrate sustainability reporting into their broader financial reporting processes and have their finance teams collect and report on the data. Once the data is collected, it can be used in a few different ways. First, companies can use the data to identify areas where they can improve their performance and develop new sustainability initiatives. Second, the data can be reported to stakeholders, including investors, customers, and employees, to demonstrate the company's commitment to sustainability and transparency. Finally, the data can be used to benchmark the company's performance against industry peers and best practices. An example of a company that collects data for measuring and reporting on business, society, and environment is VF Corporation, a global apparel and footwear company that owns brands like The North Face, Vans, and Timberland. VF Corporation has a dedicated sustainability team that collects data on the company's environmental and social impacts and uses it to develop sustainability initiatives and report on the company's progress. VF Corporation also reports on its sustainability performance to stakeholders, including investors and customers, through its annual sustainability report. This report provides detailed information on the company's sustainability initiatives and performance, including data on energy usage, greenhouse gas emissions, and community engagement. Slide 7 Summary of these articles. The Global Reporting Initiative, GRI, is a non-profit organization that provides a framework for sustainability reporting. The organization offers a wide range of resources, services, and guidance for companies looking to report on their sustainability performance. The GRI Resource Library includes a variety of reports, case studies, and guidance documents related to sustainability reporting. These resources are designed to help companies better understand the GRI framework and develop more effective sustainability reports. One area of focus for the GRI is reporting on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. The SDGs are a set of 17 global goals aimed at promoting sustainable development around the world. The GRI provides guidance on how companies can align their sustainability reporting with the SDGs and track their progress towards achieving these goals. In addition to these resources, the GRI also offers a range of services to help companies develop and report on their sustainability performance. These services include training and certification programs, as well as consulting and advisory services. An example of a company that uses the GRI framework for sustainability reporting is General Electric, GE, a global technology and energy company. GE uses the GRI framework to report on its sustainability performance, including its progress towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions, improving employee safety, and developing more sustainable products and services. GE's sustainability report provides detailed information on the company's sustainability initiatives and performance, as well as its alignment with the UN SDGs. Slide 9 What is International Organization for Standardization, 2010? Guidance Standard on Social Responsibility, ISO 26000. Social responsibility is the responsibility of an organization for the impacts of its decisions and activities on society and the environment through transparent and ethical behavior that 1. Contributes to sustainable development, including the health and the welfare of society. 2. takes into account the expectations of stakeholders. 3. Is in compliance with applicable law and consistent with international norms of behavior, and 4. Is integrated throughout the organization and practiced in its relationships. 5. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, has been debated since the early 20th century, but there has been little agreement over its definition. 6. Disagreement of CSR is due to differences in national and cultural approaches to business. 7. Disagreement of CSR is due to differences in motivation for CSR, doing it because it is morally correct or doing it because it makes good business sense. 8. Disagreement of CSR is due to differences in disciplinary backgrounds, perspectives, and methods of scholars engaged with CSR. Pointers. Explanation. Examples. 1. Contributes to sustainable development, including the health and the welfare of society. Organizations have a responsibility to contribute to the sustainable development of society by making decisions and taking actions that consider the long-term health and well-being of communities and the environment. Danone, a food company that has committed to becoming a carbon-neutral company by 2050 and has implemented a number of measures to reduce its environmental footprint. 2. Takes into account the expectations of stakeholders. Organizations need to consider the expectations of their stakeholders, including customers, employees, suppliers, and the wider community, and ensure that their decisions and actions align with these expectations. Adidas, which has committed to using only sustainable materials in its products by 2024, in response to the increasing demand from customers for more sustainable fashion. 3. Is in compliance with applicable law and consistent with international norms of behavior. Organizations have a responsibility to comply with applicable laws and regulations, and to behave in a way that is consistent with international norms and standards. H&M, a fashion retailer that has committed to paying all its workers a living wage by 2025, in line with the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights. 4. Is integrated throughout the organization and practiced in its relationships. Social responsibility should be integrated into all aspects of an organization, including its management structures, operations, and relationships with stakeholders. Novo Nordisk, a healthcare company that has integrated social responsibility into its core business strategy, with a focus on improving access to healthcare in developing countries. 5. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, has been debated since the early 20th century, but there has been little agreement over its definition. There is no universal definition of CSR, and the concept has been interpreted and applied in different ways by different stakeholders. 6. Disagreement of CSR is due to differences in national and cultural approaches to business. Different cultures and nations have different expectations and norms when it comes to social responsibility, which can lead to different interpretations and applications of CSR. China Mobile, which has developed a CSR strategy that is tailored to the specific needs and challenges of the Chinese market. 7. Disagreement of CSR is due to differences in motivation for CSR, doing it because it is morally correct or doing it because it makes good business sense. Some organizations engage in CSR because they believe it is the right thing to do, while others do it because they see it as a way to enhance their reputation, reduce risk, or gain a competitive advantage. Ford, which has invested heavily in electric and hybrid vehicles, both because it is committed to reducing its environmental impact and because it sees a growing market for these vehicles. 8. Disagreement of CSR is due to differences in disciplinary backgrounds, perspectives, and methods of scholars engaged with CSR. Different academic disciplines approach CSR from different perspectives, which can lead to different ideas and recommendations about how to implement CSR. IBM, which has collaborated with universities and research institutions around the world to develop and implement a comprehensive CSR strategy that reflects the latest research and thinking on the topic. Slide 10. OECD Guidelines for Multinational Corporations exhorts corporations to 7 factors. 1. Contribute to economic, social and environmental progress. 2. Respect human rights. 3. Encourage local capacity building. Uphold good corporate governance, and 4. Foster trust between business and society. 5. Include standards of disclosure, dimensions of labor and industrial relations. 6. Ensure consumer protection. 7. Avoid bribery and anti-competitive behavior. OECD Guidelines for Multinational Corporations. The goals of voluntary principles are to better the environment for foreign investment, build a basis of trust between firms and the societies in which they operate, and strengthen the contribution of multinational corporations to sustainable development. Pointers. Explanation. Real company examples. 1. Contribute to economic, social and environmental progress. Companies should strive to make a positive impact on the economy, society, and the environment. Siemens AG has a goal to be climate neutral by 2030 and to help customers reduce their carbon emissions. 2. Respect human rights. Companies should not engage in practices that violate human rights. Barrick Gold Corporation has a human rights policy that includes respect for the rights of indigenous peoples and community engagement. 3. Encourage local capacity building. Companies should support the development of local communities where they operate. Eni SpA, an Italian multinational oil and gas company, has various local development initiatives, such as education and vocational training programs for communities near its operations. 4. Uphold good corporate governance and foster trust between business and society. Companies should operate in a transparent and accountable manner. BHP Billiton, an Australian multinational mining company, has a code of business conduct that includes principles on transparency and anti-corruption. 5. Includes standards of disclosure, dimensions of labor and industrial relations. Companies should provide information about their operations, labor practices, and industrial relations. Tata Steel, an Indian multinational steel company, publishes an annual sustainability report that includes information on labor practices and industrial relations. 6. Ensure consumer protection. Companies should not engage in practices that harm consumers. L'Oréal has a product safety and quality policy that includes safety testing and responsible marketing practices. 7. Avoid bribery and anti-competitive behavior. Companies should not engage in bribery or anti-competitive practices. Natura & Company, a Brazilian multinational cosmetic company, has a code of ethics and conduct that includes principles on transparency and anti-corruption. Slide 11. Summary of articles. The first article is a speech by the chair of the International Accounting Standards Board, IASB, about sustainability reporting. The IASB is a global standard-setting body for accounting practices, and the speech discusses the importance of incorporating sustainability information into financial reporting. The speech emphasizes the need for clear and concise reporting of sustainability information, using common language and metrics to ensure consistency and comparability. The speech also notes the importance of considering the interests of a broad range of stakeholders, beyond just shareholders, in sustainability reporting. As for real company examples, Unilever is a well-known company that has been at the forefront of sustainability reporting. Unilever's sustainability reporting includes a detailed set of metrics and targets related to environmental and social impact, and the company regularly reports on progress toward these goals. Unilever's sustainability reporting is widely regarded as a best practice, and the company has won numerous awards for its reporting and sustainability initiatives. The second article is a joint bulletin from the Australian Accounting Standards Board, AASB, and the Australian Auditing and Assurance Standards Board, AUASB, about the use of materiality in sustainability reporting. Materiality refers to the significance of a particular item or information in the context of an organization's overall financial and non-financial performance. The bulletin emphasizes the need for companies to consider materiality when reporting on sustainability issues, and to be transparent about the criteria used to determine materiality. The bulletin also notes the importance of ensuring that sustainability reporting is consistent with the organization's overall reporting framework, and that it is subject to appropriate internal controls and external assurance. A well-known company that has been active in sustainability reporting and has been transparent about its use of materiality is BHP, a multinational mining company. BHP's sustainability reporting includes detailed information on the company's environmental and social impacts, along with a clear explanation of the materiality criteria used to determine which issues are included in the report. BHP also includes external assurance of its sustainability reporting to ensure the accuracy and reliability of the information. Slide 12. What are the audience, purpose and action for business, society and sustainability annual reports 2022? Pointers. Explanation. Company examples. Audience. Business, Society and Sustainability, BSS, annual reports are intended for a broad range of stakeholders, including investors, employees, customers, suppliers, NGOs, government agencies, and the general public. McDonald's, BP, PepsiCo. Purpose. The purpose of BSS annual reports is to provide an overview of the company's sustainability practices, including their environmental, social, and governance, ESG, performance, as well as the challenges they face and their plans for the future. The reports highlight the company's progress towards sustainability goals and demonstrate how they create value for both their business and society. McDonald's, BP, PepsiCo. Action. The action taken by companies, through their BSS annual reports, is to demonstrate their commitment to sustainability and transparency, and to provide a framework for ongoing engagement with stakeholders to identify new opportunities for improvement. McDonald's, BP, PepsiCo. Examples. McDonald's. The McDonald's Sustainability Report 2022 provides an overview of the company's progress towards its 2025 sustainability goals, including responsible sourcing, energy efficiency, and waste reduction. The report is intended for a broad range of stakeholders, including investors, employees, customers, and suppliers. BP's Sustainability Report 2022 is designed to provide a comprehensive overview of the company's ESG performance, including their efforts to reduce carbon emissions and support the energy transition. The report is intended for a wide range of stakeholders, including investors, NGOs, and the general public. PepsiCo's Sustainability Report 2022 highlights the company's progress towards its sustainability goals, including responsible sourcing, water conservation, and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The report is intended for a broad range of stakeholders, including investors, customers, employees, and suppliers. Slide 13. Collecting stories regarding sustainability for companies, for the notion of influencing. 1. Audience. 2. Purpose and 3. Action. 4. Business, society and sustainability are important because stories sell. The statement that collecting stories regarding sustainability for companies is important because stories sell can be viewed from different perspectives. On one hand, storytelling can be an effective way for companies to communicate their sustainability efforts to their stakeholders and ultimately influence their behavior and purchasing decisions. On the other hand, there is a risk that storytelling can be used as a marketing tool to create a positive image of the company, without necessarily reflecting the full extent of their sustainability performance. In terms of the 1. Audience, 2. Purpose, and 3. Action. 4. Business, society and sustainability, companies can use storytelling to engage their various stakeholders, such as investors, customers, and employees, with their sustainability efforts. The purpose is to showcase the company's values, vision, and commitments towards sustainability, and to influence the behavior of their stakeholders. The action sought from stakeholders could be anything from buying the company's products or services, investing in the company, or simply supporting their sustainability initiatives. Examples of effective sustainability storytelling include Natura & Co. Natura & Co., a Brazilian cosmetics company, has a sustainability storytelling campaign called The Beauty of Being Better. The campaign aims to showcase the company's commitment to sustainability through its products, services, and business practices. The company uses a range of media, such as videos, social media, and product packaging, to communicate its sustainability story. Patagonia, an outdoor clothing and gear company, has a long-standing commitment to sustainability, which it communicates through its Worn Wear program. The program encourages customers to repair and reuse their Patagonia products, rather than throwing them away. The company has also published a book called Tools for Grassroots Activists, which shares the stories of grassroots environmental activists and provides tips for people who want to get involved in environmental activism. 7 Generation, a US-based household cleaning and personal care products company, uses storytelling to communicate its commitment to sustainable and ethical business practices. The company has a Purposeful Stories campaign, which includes a range of media, such as videos, podcasts, and blog posts, to showcase its sustainability efforts. The company also has a program called Elevate Justice, which aims to advance racial and social justice through its business practices. While collecting stories regarding sustainability for companies can be a powerful tool for influencing stakeholders, it is important for companies to ensure that their sustainability storytelling is transparent, honest, and reflective of their true sustainability performance. Otherwise, they risk losing the trust of their stakeholders, and their sustainability storytelling could be seen as nothing more than greenwashing. Slide 15. What is meant by small wins in governments and companies' sustainability progression? What are small wins important in encouraging sustainability? Small wins refer to the incremental, achievable goals that companies and governments set and achieve in their sustainability efforts. These small wins are important because they create a sense of progress and momentum, which can help to motivate and inspire employees, stakeholders, and the broader community to support sustainability efforts. Small wins can take many forms, such as reducing energy use, increasing recycling rates, or implementing a sustainable sourcing program. These wins are often easy to achieve and can be implemented quickly, providing tangible evidence of progress and building confidence that more significant changes are possible. By focusing on small wins, organizations can build a culture of sustainability, with employees becoming more engaged and committed to achieving larger goals. For example, in the context of governments, small wins might include the implementation of a recycling program, the introduction of bike lanes, or the installation of solar panels on public buildings. In the context of companies, small wins might include the reduction of waste or energy consumption in a specific department, or the introduction of sustainable packaging for a single product line. Overall, small wins are important in encouraging sustainability because they provide a practical way to start making progress towards larger goals. By breaking sustainability efforts into smaller, achievable steps, organizations can build momentum, demonstrate success, and create a culture of sustainability that will support ongoing efforts to reduce environmental impacts and promote social responsibility. Slide 16. Sustainability project, massive scale, precludes innovative action. 1. Hunger, growing food, adds to the price of food. 2. Crime, expanded enforcement, takes dollar away from education. 3. CHD, coronary heart disease, jaw, pollution intake. 4. Traffic congestion, highways, takes from public transport. 5. Energy use and pollution, mass transit, cost, increased fares, affects patronage. Pointers 1 to 5. Explanation. Real company examples. 1. Hunger. Growing food can add to the price of food. Blue Apron, a meal kit delivery company. 2. Crime. Expanding enforcement can take away from education. The Last Mile, a prison rehabilitation program. 3. CHD, coronary heart disease. Jogging can still result in pollution intake. Brooks, a sportswear company. 4. Traffic congestion. Building highways can take from public transport. Lyft, a ride-sharing company. 5. Energy use and pollution. Mass transit can be costly and affect patronage. Lime, an electric bike and scooter sharing company. Blue Apron is an example of a company that is addressing hunger sustainably. They source ingredients from local farmers and encourage sustainable farming practices. The Last Mile is a program that is helping to reduce recidivism rates and promote sustainability by teaching inmates coding and technology skills to prepare them for employment in the tech industry. Brooks is a sportswear company that is focused on reducing its carbon footprint and promoting sustainability through its products and packaging. Lyft is an example of a company that is focused on reducing traffic congestion by promoting ride-sharing and reducing the number of single-occupancy vehicles on the road. Lime is an example of a company that is focused on reducing energy use and pollution by providing electric bikes and scooters as a sustainable mode of transportation. Slide 17. How does sustainability effort achieve change in 1. Cultures, 2. Mindsets and 3. Habits. Pointers. Explanation. Real company and Southeast Asia government examples. 1. Cultures. Sustainable efforts can lead to a change in attitudes and beliefs that are ingrained in cultures. Sustainability practices that are accepted by society can be adopted as part of the cultural norm. A. The Philippine Green Building Code, which promotes sustainable building designs and construction practices. BRB, C.LIM Cement Group, a Thai company that launched a sustainable packaging program in its factories to promote environmental awareness and reduce plastic waste. 2. Mindsets. Sustainability efforts can lead to changes in the way people think and perceive things. It can create a shift in people's perspectives towards a more environmentally friendly approach. A. Morsing Group, a Malaysian property developer, who made it mandatory for their contractors and subcontractors to adopt sustainable practices in construction projects. BRB, Indonesia's government, launched a national energy conservation campaign that promotes energy efficiency and encourages the use of renewable energy. 3. Habits. Sustainability efforts can lead to changes in people's daily habits, including their consumption patterns and behaviors. Adopting sustainable habits can lead to a more environmentally conscious society. Singapore's National Environment Agency launched a campaign to encourage consumers to bring their reusable bags when shopping. BRB. The Energy Development Corporation, a renewable energy company in the Philippines, launched a program to promote biking as an alternative mode of transportation to reduce carbon emissions. Slide 18. The psychological contract theory, first introduced by Denis Rousseau and subsequently developed by Robinson and Rousseau in 1994, proposes that there is an unwritten set of expectations and obligations that exist between an employee and their employer. These expectations are shaped by factors such as the employer's promises, policies, and culture, as well as the employee's personal values, beliefs, and experiences. The psychological contract reflects the perceptions of the employee regarding the reciprocal obligations and promises exchanged between the employee and employer. The psychological contract can be broken down into two key elements: inputs and rewards. Inputs refer to the things that employees contribute to their job or workplace, such as effort, time, skills, and knowledge. Rewards, on the other hand, are the things that employees receive in exchange for their inputs, such as salary, recognition, opportunities for advancement, and a supportive work environment. A table that summarizes the components of inputs and rewards. Inputs. Rewards. Effort. Salary. Time. Benefits. Skills. Opportunities for advancement. Knowledge. Recognition. Experience. Autonomy and control. Commitment. Job security and stability. Loyalty. Training and development. Creativity. Work-life balance. Flexibility and adaptability. Feedback and support from manager. Now, let's dive into each of these components. Inputs start with effort, the amount of energy and exertion an employee puts into their job. Time, the amount of time an employee dedicates to their job, or the amount of time an employee is available to the employer. Skills, the capabilities and competencies an employee brings to their job. Knowledge, the understanding and expertise an employee has in their area of work. Experience, the previous work experience an employee has and the experience gained through their current job. Commitment, the level of dedication and loyalty an employee has to their job and employer. Loyalty, the level of attachment and allegiance an employee has to their employer. Creativity, the innovative and original ideas and solutions an employee generates. Flexibility and adaptability, the willingness and ability of an employee to change and adapt to new situations and responsibilities. Rewards come from salary, the compensation an employee receives for their job. Benefits, the non-salary compensation an employee receives, such as health insurance, retirement plans, and paid time off. Opportunities for advancement, the chances an employee has to progress in their career. Recognition, the acknowledgement and appreciation an employee receives for their work. Autonomy and control, the level of freedom and independence an employee has in their job. Job security and stability, the assurance an employee has that their job is secure and their position is stable. Training and development, the opportunities an employee has to learn and grow in their job. Work-life balance, the ability an employee has to balance their work and personal life. Feedback and support from manager, the constructive feedback and support an employee receives from their manager. In summary, the psychological contract highlights the importance of understanding the mutual expectations and obligations between an employee and their employer. The inputs and rewards that employees contribute and receive play a crucial role in shaping their perceptions of the employment relationship. By fulfilling the promises and obligations of the psychological contract, employers can foster a positive work environment and promote employee satisfaction, motivation, and loyalty. Slide 19 times of organizational pressure and stress impact on organizational culture. Teagarden et al. 2001, adapted for French and Bell 1978, Tipping Iceberg reveals elements of culture. Visible elements of culture. Concealed elements of culture. Companies. Dress code. Communication patterns. Goldman Sachs Business Professional Dress Code. Office layout and design. Power and authority. Amazon Open Plan Office Design. Language and jargon. Decision-making processes. Google Unique language and jargon. Example, Googling something. Rituals and ceremonies. Social norms and values. Zappos Company-wide commitment to customer service. Mission statement. Group norms and behaviors. Patagonia Environmental and Social Responsibility Mission Statement. Physical environment. Conflict resolution methods. Apple Open Collaborative Workspaces. Rewards and incentives. Unspoken rules and norms. Netflix Unlimited Vacation Policy. Organizational structure. Employee surveillance. Facebook monitoring employee emails and chats. Socialization practices. Perceptions of fairness. Microsoft Anonymous Employee Feedback System. Now, let's discuss at least 8 components of the tipping iceberg. It begins with dress code, the way that employees are expected to dress in the workplace. Office layout and design, the way that the physical workplace is structured, decorated, and arranged. Language and jargon, the unique language and terminology used by the company and its employees. Rituals and ceremonies, the traditions, celebrations, and events that are important to the company culture. Mission statement, the official statement that defines the company's core values and purpose. Physical environment, the setting in which work is performed, such as an open-plan office or cubicles. Rewards and incentives, the types of benefits and incentives offered to employees, such as bonuses or time off. Organizational structure, the way that authority and power is distributed within the organization. Examples of companies that demonstrate these elements include Goldman Sachs, a financial services company that has a strict dress code requiring employees to dress in business professional attire. Amazon, a technology and e-commerce company known for its open-plan office design and layout, which has been controversial. Google, a technology company that has developed a unique language and jargon, such as Googling something, which has become part of the company's culture. Zappos, an online shoe and clothing retailer that has a company-wide commitment to customer service and has developed a unique culture around that commitment. Patagonia, an outdoor clothing and gear company known for its environmental and social responsibility mission statement, which is a core part of the company's culture. Apple, a technology company that has created an open and collaborative workspace. Netflix, streaming platform that offers its employees an unlimited vacation policy. Facebook, a social media company that has been criticized for monitoring employee emails and chats. Microsoft, a technology company that has implemented an anonymous employee feedback system to improve perceptions of fairness. In retrospect, the visible and concealed elements of culture can significantly impact an organization's culture, and during times of organizational pressure and stress, these elements can become more visible, revealing underlying dynamics and forces that shape the company's culture. By identifying and addressing these elements, companies can create a more positive and supportive workplace culture, which can lead to increased employee satisfaction, motivation, and loyalty. Slide 19. The few components of times of organizational pressure and stress, along with real-world examples of companies that have experienced those pressures. Let me explain. Component of pressure. Examples of companies. Impact on organizational culture. Change in leadership. Yahoo! Can result in a shift in company priorities and values, as well as changes in communication and decision-making processes. Change in operating environment. Kodak. Can require companies to adapt their processes and procedures to remain competitive, which can impact their culture and employee morale. Life cycle change. Blockbuster. Can result in changes to company structure, processes, and priorities as the organization evolves and grows. Other pressures. Wells Fargo. Can include a variety of external factors, such as legal, regulatory changes, social, economic shifts, or unexpected events that impact the company's operations and culture. Let's take a closer look at each component of pressure and the corresponding companies. Change in leadership. Companies that experience a change in leadership, such as a new CEO or executive team, may undergo significant changes in their organizational culture. For example, when Yahoo appointed Marissa Mayer as CEO in 2012, the company experienced a shift in priorities and values, which impacted its culture and employee morale. Change in operating environment. Companies that face changes in their operating environment, such as increased competition or changes in technology, may need to adapt their processes and procedures to remain competitive. Kodak, a company that once dominated the photography industry, faced significant challenges when digital photography became popular, and was forced to make significant changes to its operations, which impacted its culture and employee morale. Life cycle change. Companies that experience changes in their life cycle, such as growth, maturity, or decline, may need to adjust their structure, processes, and priorities as the organization evolves. Blockbuster, a once popular video rental company, faced significant challenges as the industry shifted to digital streaming, which ultimately led to the company's decline and bankruptcy. Other pressures. Companies may face a variety of external pressures that impact their operations and culture, including legal or regulatory changes, social or economic shifts, or unexpected events. Wells Fargo, a financial services company, faced significant legal and regulatory challenges following a scandal involving its employees opening unauthorized accounts, which impacted its culture and reputation. By understanding and responding to these pressures, companies can take steps to maintain, adjust their organizational culture in response to external pressures, in turn impacting their success and longevity. Slide 20. The domains of knowledge and ignorance, figure and chart by and Cohen, refers to the different areas of knowledge and ignorance within the medical field, and how they are interconnected. The chart divides medical knowledge and ignorance into 4 main domains: known knowns, known unknowns, unknown unknowns, and unknown knowns. Known knowns. This domain refers to areas of medical knowledge that are well established and widely accepted. For example, the fact that smoking causes lung cancer is a known known in the medical field. Known unknowns. This domain refers to areas of medical knowledge that are recognized as unknown but are actively being researched and studied. For example, the mechanisms behind Alzheimer's disease are still not fully understood, but there is active research being conducted to better understand the disease. Unknown unknowns. This domain refers to areas of medical ignorance that are not even recognized as such. These are areas of knowledge that are outside the scope of current medical understanding, and may not be recognized until new information becomes available. Unknown knowns. This domain refers to areas of knowledge that are not widely recognized or accepted, but are still known by some individuals or groups. These areas may include alternative or traditional medicine practices that are not widely accepted by the medical community. Pharmaceutical companies that could fit into these domains include known knowns, companies that produce drugs for well-known diseases, such as Pfizer's Lipitor for high cholesterol. Sanofi Ventis Lantus is used to help manage blood sugar levels in people who have type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Known unknowns, companies that are actively researching and developing treatments for diseases that are not fully understood, such as Biogen's Aduhelm for Alzheimer's disease. Tau, normally found inside neurons in the brain, helps form internal scaffolding that gives neurons their shape. When tau gets tangled, though, it leads to brain inflammation, tissue damage and cognitive decline. Tau protein is associated with longitudinal memory decline in cognitively healthy subjects with normal Alzheimer's disease. Tau-Rx. Unknown unknowns, companies that may be researching new areas of medicine or developing treatments for rare or unknown diseases that are not yet recognized by the medical community. Unknown knowns, companies that produce alternative or traditional medicine products that are not widely accepted by the medical community, such as Herbalife Nutrition's nutritional supplements. Slide 21. The domains of knowledge and ignorance, by and Cohen. Cohen, A. 1993. None too solid, medical ignorance. Knowledge, creation, diffusion, utilization. Known/known plus. Here we go. 1. All the things we know we do, not know are termed known unknowns. 2. All the things we do, not know we do, not know, are called unknown unknowns. 3. All the things we think we know, but actually do, not are under the errors, false truths category. For all the things we are unaware we know, are called tacit knowledge. 5. All the things we are not supposed to know, but may find helpful. These are taboos. 6. All the things too painful to know or what we know as denials. The domains of knowledge and ignorance, by and Cohen, 1993, describes 6 components that illustrate the different ways that medical knowledge and ignorance can be categorized. Examples used are pharmaceutically inclined. Known/knowns plus. This component refers to the things we know we do, not know, or the known unknowns. These are areas of medical knowledge that are recognized as unknown and may be actively researched. A pharmaceutical company example of this would be Merck's research into the development of an HIV vaccine, an area of medicine where much is still unknown. Eczema? Cancer. Unknown unknowns. This component refers to the things we do not know. These are areas of medical ignorance that are not even recognized as such and may not be recognized until new information becomes available. An example of this could be the discovery of a completely new disease that was previously unknown to the medical community. Errors, false truths. This component refers to the things we think we know, but actually do not, such as medical myths or false information that is commonly accepted. An example of this could be the belief that cracking your knuckles causes arthritis, which has been shown to be false. Tacit knowledge. This component refers to the things we are unaware we know, or knowledge that is not explicitly recognized or communicated. This can include things like clinical experience or intuition. An example of tacit knowledge could be a physician's ability to accurately diagnose a patient's condition based on their past experiences, without necessarily being able to articulate how they arrived at the diagnosis. Taboos. This component refers to the things we are not supposed to know, but may find helpful, such as alternative or traditional medicine practices that are not widely accepted by the medical community. An example of this could be the use of medicinal cannabis for pain relief, which is still a controversial topic in some areas of medicine. Denials. This component refers to the things that are too painful to know or acknowledge, such as the impact of addiction or mental illness on patients. An example of this could be the opiate epidemic in the United States, where some pharmaceutical companies have been accused of downplaying the addictive potential of their pain medications. Overall, these 6 components of medical knowledge and ignorance highlight the complexity of the medical field and the various factors that can influence the creation, dissemination, and utilization of medical knowledge. Slide 22. Learning from mistakes. What the employee faces. The adoptive conformer. The observant questioner. Obstacles. Employees may face various obstacles that make it difficult for them to learn from mistakes and failures, such as lack of resources, time constraints, or competing priorities. Without bothering management, others adapts and makes substitutions. The loud complainer not only corrects the immediate problem, but also alerts supervisors and those who provide the system when it fails. Others' errors and problems. Employees may be hesitant to speak up about errors or problems that they perceive in others, or to take action to address those issues. Effortlessly compensates others' mistakes without bringing out the person's fault. A rude interrupter is someone who asks others what they are doing and then informs them of their errors, with the goal of fostering learning rather than placing blame. On errors and problems. Employees may feel embarrassed, ashamed about their own errors and problems, or may feel like they will be punished or criticized for admitting to them. Gives the appearance of being a perfectionist who is impervious to errors. Self-aware error maker lets manager and others know they have made a mistake so everyone can learn. Communicates openness to hearing about their errors discovered by others. Subtle opportunities for change. Employees may miss opportunities to learn from mistakes and failures if they are not attuned to subtle signals or cues in their environment. Dedicated to the organization and its procedures and is familiar with how things are run in the firm. Disruptive questioner, who won't let well enough alone, questions why do we do things this way? Is there a better way of providing the service? These 3 columns reflect the different factors that can either inhibit or facilitate learning from mistakes and failures in healthcare organizations. By understanding these factors, healthcare leaders and employees can work to create a culture of psychological safety, innovation, and continuous improvement. Slide 23. Kelman's 1958, 1969, 1974, journal article discusses different ways that people can be influenced to change their attitudes and behavior. According to Kelman, there are three different types of social influence: compliance, identification, and internalization. Compliance is the most superficial type of social influence. It involves changing one's behavior or attitude to fit in with a group or to avoid negative consequences. In this case, a person may comply with the expectations of others without actually agreeing with them. An example of compliance could be a student who goes along with a group of peers who are bullying another student, even though they do not necessarily agree with the behavior. Identification is a more moderate form of social influence. In this case, a person identifies with a particular group or individual and adopts their behavior or attitude as their own. The person is more likely to agree with the group or individual and may actively seek out ways to demonstrate their commitment. An example of identification could be a person who becomes a vegan after identifying with a group of animal rights activists. Internalization is the most profound form of social influence. It involves a person accepting a particular behavior or attitude as their own and fully integrating it into their sense of self. In this case, the person has genuinely changed their perspective and behavior to align with the expectations of others. An example of internalization could be a person who becomes a strong advocate for environmental protection after studying the science and understanding the impact of human activities on the planet. In brief, Kelman's article highlights the importance of understanding the different types of social influence and how they can impact attitudes and behavior. Slide 24. The article discusses how pharmaceutical companies like Bayer are aligning their business strategies with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, to address global challenges such as poverty, hunger, and climate change. The article outlines how Bayer is contributing to the SDGs through its research and development of innovative medicines, commitment to sustainable agriculture, and efforts to address environmental issues. Bayer is also collaborating with stakeholders across sectors to advance the SDGs and promote sustainable development. The article highlights the importance of private sector engagement in achieving the SDGs and calls for more companies to take action towards sustainable development. Bayer is a multinational pharmaceutical and life sciences company that operates in several areas, including pharmaceuticals, consumer health, crop science, and animal health. In the pharmaceuticals division, Bayer develops and markets prescription drugs for a range of therapeutic areas, including cardiology, oncology, hematology, women's healthcare, and ophthalmology, among others. The consumer health division produces over-the-counter medications, medical devices, and dietary supplements for various indications. The crop science division focuses on developing and selling products for agriculture, including crop protection, seeds, and digital farming technologies. The animal health division develops and markets products for animal health, such as parasiticides, anti-infectives, and vaccines. Aspirin, a pain reliever and fever reducer, used to treat headaches, toothaches, menstrual cramps, and other mild to moderate pain. Aleve, an over-the-counter pain reliever, used to treat pain associated with arthritis, menstrual cramps, and other types of pain. Alka-Seltzer, an antacid medication, used to treat heartburn, acid indigestion, and upset stomach. Claritin, an antihistamine medication, used to treat allergy symptoms, such as sneezing, runny nose, and itchy, watery eyes. Coppertone, a line of sunscreens and sunblocks used to protect the skin from the harmful effects of the sun's rays. Dr. Scholl's, a line of foot care products, including insoles, orthotics, and foot creams, designed to provide relief from foot pain and discomfort. Midol, an over-the-counter medication, used to treat menstrual cramps, bloating, and other symptoms associated with premenstrual syndrome, PMS. 1A Day, a line of multivitamin supplements designed to support overall health and wellness. Slide 25 Sustainable Development Goals. Points. Explanation. Example. 1. What is the Global Reporting Initiative? Global Reporting Initiative, GRI, is an international independent standards organization that helps businesses, governments, and other organizations understand and communicate their sustainability impacts. Coca-Cola, Nestlé, Microsoft, and Unilever. 2. How can the global goals be used to influence change in business? Businesses can use the SDGs as a framework for setting goals and targets and measuring their sustainability performance. By aligning their business strategies with the SDGs, businesses can contribute to a more sustainable world and address global challenges. Patagonia, IKEA, and Unilever are examples of companies that have aligned their business strategies with the SDGs. 3. What role does measurement and reporting play? Measurement and reporting are essential for businesses to track their sustainability performance and progress towards achieving the SDGs. It enables businesses to identify areas for improvement and make informed decisions. Companies like Danone, Coca-Cola, and Unilever regularly report on their sustainability performance using various sustainability reporting frameworks like GRI and CDP. 4. Should reporting be mandatory? Some argue that mandatory reporting is necessary to ensure transparency and accountability. Mandatory reporting can also help level the playing field and ensure that all companies are reporting on their sustainability impacts. The EU, UK, and other countries have introduced mandatory sustainability reporting requirements for certain companies. Slide 26 Environmental Sustainability in the Pharmaceutical Industry. Thank you for your attention, class. Let us watch and enjoy this video.